And welcome everybody to Stay Tuned Sports. It's your boy King hanging out with you here on a rare 2 days in a row here. Tennessee Titans releasing uniforms today. They're releasing it, I think, right about now. Leaks have been out for a couple hours, but they look legitimate. They look like this is what we're looking at here. So I'm going to take a quick look at it here. Going to jump over to a big board, see what we have there. But for right now, it looks like everybody's thoughts and ideas and rumors about what they were going to be is what they are. They're going to be basically the Houston Oilers uniforms, just given a little bit of a twinge there for the Titans and Tennessee. Looks like they're going with a guitar string or musical bar scale theme on the striping. From what we can tell, from what we can see on some of this. ELS, great to see you in here, buddy. Thank you so much for joining us. Kyle Hauser in the chat, thank you so very much for joining us here as well. James Strickland as well. Thank you guys so very much for joining us here on Stay Tuned Sports for this somewhat reveal. Again, when it comes to these, the Titans did we all saw the logo leak about a month or so ago, and now the uniform leak started coming out a little bit. I think it was yesterday or the day before it started coming out. Little drips and drabs. You started seeing little bits and pieces of what we were looking at here. Today there were some larger leaks, obviously, and we had these come out about a couple hours ago. And we could jump over. Let's see. Here's a closer look at what we got here with these. You could see a little bit closer detail on it. It's still a little fuzzy, and we'll get the official look from the Titans here in a moment, and we'll jump over there, obviously, when it comes to that, and we'll see what's happening on the official account when they do it. I wish they were doing a live stream because I could do that, but you can see here you got the white helmet with the blue Columbia stripe down the middle with the guitar strings there. You got the little, it looks like red stripes there on the side, little tiny pin red stripes there, and obviously you're going to have that circle T, which I thought it would have been better to go with the sword. It kind of looks like it's like an oil derrick-y kind of look. You could have went with that, but whatever. I do like it from the aspect, from what I can see, until we see more of it, obviously. From what we can see, I like it. I think it looks good the way a football uniform should look. I like the regular athletic block numbers. The new word mark is interesting. I wasn't sure if they were going to do a new word mark with this. I'm kind of, I understand why, because it was kind of a bit clunky, a bit dated, if you would, a little bit 90s-ish, kind of like how the Eagles redid theirs. I was hoping they were going to keep some elements of it, though. Like, I was hoping they were going to keep it, maybe still do, like, the chiseled look, maybe just narrow it down like they did this, have the Titans across the chest there, but still have it be that kind of beveled look. Doesn't look like they've done that. They've really simplified the look. They've really just become the Tennessee Oilers. And I guess, was this to, for lack of a better term, was this just to kind of troll or screw with Houston? Because Houston kept on they kept on needling them about it. People were talking about, oh, maybe the Texans should change their uniforms, colors, and everything to kind of bring back the love you blue look and things like that. And it seemed like the Titans were going in a different direction with their uniforms, more obviously with the Greek-inspired, the dark navy blue, the silver, the gray, swords, and, it kind of had a sword and sandals kind of feel to it, obviously. And now the Titans have completely U-turned on that, and now are just basically doing it. NPC Builder in the chat, thank you so much for joining us. Says, when is the drop? I believe it's happening right now, but we just don't, they're not doing a live stream of it. So that's the only thing about it. I'd love to be seeing more of this. I'd love to have the live stream up, but apparently they're not doing the live stream. So they're having the event, but we can't watch along. So we're here. We're looking at some of the leaks that came out earlier, and we're just gonna run with it from there. And until we get any other further official updates or images from the event, We'll pop those up there, obviously. Still nothing yet on the official Titans account. They haven't posted anything yet. NPC Builder says, saddest of days. Why is that? I would love to know why you think it's the... Because I'll say this. The Titans uniforms that they've had for the last 5 years, since they rebranded from their original Tennessee Titan look, not great. I never liked it. I was not a fan of it. I thought the numbers were far too narrow. I thought the numbers were weird and wonky. They were just... I didn't like the numbers. I didn't like going to the Navy helmet. I thought that was bad. I thought it was all just... I didn't like any part of the current Titans uniform branding set. I didn't like it. So I don't know. ELS in the chat says, I'm split on it. On one end, I like the colors. On the other end, they could have done a lot better with these jerseys. I think they could have been a little bit more creative. I think you could have done something that was Houston Oilers, but still been Tennessee Titans and give off that Greek look and flair if you wanted to do that. This feels like I get what they're trying to do. And I do enjoy seeing a football uniform look like a football uniform for once. That, you know, doesn't have all the weird cuts and piping and other stuff and blah, blah, blah. Like, I'm not a big fan of it. So I'm glad to see that. But on the other end of it, like when it comes to the logo, I would have rather seen them like do something a little bit more creative with the logo. All that stuff. ELS in the chat says, why the F did we give up Emmanuel Wilson to the Seahawks? I don't know what to tell you with that. By the way, Kyler Murray, I believe, is officially now with the Vikings. He's gotten signed. So he's officially there. The Giants, hey, we got Calvin Austin. I think that's going to be pretty good. Hopes and Memes in the chat says, the guitar string insignia is straight out of 2006. What are we doing? And like, the Nashville Predators already did this. Like, the Nashville Predators already have that, you know, on the numbers. They have the guitar strings on the numbers or the musical scale, however you want to put it. They have that on their numbers. They've done that motif. This almost feels like a, you know, can I copy your homework? Yeah, just make it a little different, and it's fine. You know, that's the kind of way it looks in this, because the shoulder striping is the same as the helmet striping, and I imagine the pant striping will be pretty much the same. Ben Fairchild in the chat says, have they revealed them yet? Again, I believe the event was starting at 8:30. 7:30 Nashville time, 8:30 here on the East Coast. But they're not live streaming it. So it's basically a case of we have to wait for like pictures and people who are at the event to release it. Also, like I said, we've had a couple of leaks here. You're looking at probably the best leak that we have so far here of the new uniforms that we have. James Strickland in the chat says vanilla. I will agree with that. Not that that's a thing I'm necessarily against. Because we've seen what happens when some teams try to go not vanilla, and you end up with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers having those alarm clock uniforms, which were horrendous. Ryan Pratt in the chat says, I saw it was supposed to be 7:30 Central, but nothing's... Yeah, they're not live streaming it. They're not showing it live, which sucks, because the last time they did the uniform reveal, with the terrible uniforms that they had now, they did live stream it. And so I don't know why they wanted to avoid it. Retro RP in the chat, he says, these suck so bad. I disagree. Again, you can sit there and argue and say, oh, maybe it's boring or maybe something like that. It looks like a football uniform. You know, it doesn't look like somebody trying to finger paint or something like that. It's not something super abstract. It's a straight up football uniform. I do like the regular block varsity numbers. I do enjoy that. I do enjoy, obviously, going back to the Houston Oilers colors there as the main focus. That's a beautiful color scheme. That all works. I'm fine with that. It's, like I said, some of the details, I think, could have used a little bit of work. I think having again, with the guitar strings or the musical scale, again, whatever, the fine lines that they have on a helmet striping, arm sleeve striping, and a pant striping, we could have done something different. You could have gone a different way. You could have just had regular straight up striping. I think that would have been fine. Keek the Don in the chat says the TriStar is missing on these. It's hard to tell on this leak. From what I've seen on some of the other leaks is that the TriStar is like right on the armpit. And as you can see, these guys are all kind of cross-armed and shit. So it's all covered up there. So I don't know if that's, if that is a part of it. But the TriStar is like really tiny, apparently, somewhere on these. Little Nicky in the chat says, I wish the face mask was red. I don't disagree with that. And again, I've seen a couple leaks that have had it. Some people trying to fix it and say, yeah, the red face mask on it would be better. It's hard to disagree with that. Let me see if I can pop that. I think somebody actually has one of these. Hold on. Someone did a quick edit. And I think they did that. Let me pull this up here. Can I pull this up here? No, I can't pull it over there. I might be able to pop this up over here. Okay, yeah, let me do that. And we zoom in just a little bit. But yeah, somebody did a quick. I think the red face mask would make it look a lot better. Absolutely. I agree with that. Phoenix Ash in the chat says light blue face mask could have been cool too. I think maybe a different color face mask. Hell, even gray. I mean, I'm a fan of gray face. I know a lot of people don't like gray face masks. They think that's old style and old school and shit like that. I think in this case, when you have the white helmet, I really do feel like having a contrasting face mask as far as whether you want it to be gray, red, the Columbia blue, whatever it was. I feel like that would have been a way to go with it. RSTNCA in the chat says, hot take, I love these. I think they're incredibly fresh. Again, I like them. I do like them. I'm not going to say over the moon. I'm not going to say disappointed, because I'm not disappointed. I'll say that right off the bat. I like these. These look like a football uniform. They're going to look like a football team on the field again, instead of whatever they look like for the last 5 years with those other uniforms they had. I didn't like them. Lloyd, great to see you in the chat, brother. Thank you so much for joining us. Says, I like the uniforms. Yeah, I don't dislike them at all. I think there's a couple of nitpicks here, and I think that's always going to be a case with any of these reveals, which I believe, April 2nd is going to be the Falcons. That'll be one to watch. Chris Glover in the chat says, don't agree with the Navy pinline striping, string stripes. The Predators already did that, which is a point I brought up. I think if you were going to do something like that, you could have found something different and fresh to do instead of seeming like you just stole the Predators' homework there. Like, I just don't understand that one. Inryu Hez in the chat says, they looked so cool on us. Yeah, I think they look cool. Keek the Don. The only thing about this new direction is this makes the team Tennessee's. What part of this says Titans? And that's something I brought up earlier on in the stream when we were first looking at these. And I'm still looking to see if we have any updates here. As you can see, kind of trying to stay on top of Twitter here to see if we got any more updates. We got some people taking some video there. You got Robert Sala there, and then it's just back. So nothing yet official over yet on Twitter, but nothing on the live. Again, they don't have a live stream. They don't have anything like that. So we're just still here. We're just awaiting. I'm over on the Chris Creamer boards as well, sportslogos.net message boards, trying to see if they have any more future leaks, anything else that's come out. They're usually pretty good on that. Again, I think a lot of people are wondering about the strings. Lloyd says, if I might add, they need to make a blue alternate helmet. They'll get something. They'll do an alternate, obviously, eventually. Aren't they one of the teams that are doing the rivalry uniforms this year? ELS, aren't they one of those teams? If you can help me out with that, I have no idea. Jacob Denny in the chat said, did the Titans post that pic? No, those are leaks that have come out about a couple hours ago. They look fairly real, though. Like, that's hard to manipulate. And again, that's not the actual one. The actual one is back over here. And I'll pop that one up. There we go. There. This is the actual uniforms here. With the white face mask. NPC Builder says it's oil black for Rivalry. Oh. I don't know if that's a rumor or if that's something that has just come out during the thing. I don't know. AFC South and North. So they're going to have a Rivalry uniform set already with this. That might be, maybe that's the black uniform that we're seeing some people talk about here. Let's see. Why we got... Oh, come on. Let's go. Why are there problems, Twitter? Come on, Twitter. Don't do this to me, Twitter. There we go. Get the latest that we can on this. Phoenix Ash says it's rumored to be Navy. That's why I figured it would probably end up being a dark Navy. I don't think they're going to get rid of the Navy anytime soon. Jacob Denny in the chat says the jerseys need a stripe. They do have a sleeve stripe. It does have a sleeve stripe. And you can kind of see it over here on the left and the right on the white. And even on the Columbia blue one, it has it, but they didn't change it to white. It's still Columbia. So it's very hard to see the striping on the Columbia blue one. Stoned Titan keeps on posting it. Thank you for giving me the heads up on that one. We'll take a look at Stoned Titan, see if he can help us out here. He's there. Yeah, he's got the pictures there. He's got some videos while he's there as well. Yeah. So that's the latest we have from him is about we see Salah and Brian Daboll there. Phoenix Ash says, I wonder when we'll get the third. Oh, well, that's the thing. Is like they're obviously going to have the Rivalry uniform. I don't know when those I think are going to be released later because I think that's a Nike directed thing. So those might not be released with these. I wonder what the alt would be. Here's the thing I hope. I certainly hope that they don't do the mono Columbia blue. Because they do have the Oiler blue pants and the Oiler blue tops. Just don't put those together. That's going to look real ass. Bobo the Wizard says, when do they officially show them? Again, they're at the event now. As you can see, the latest we see is just Daboll and Robert Saleh up in the crowd waiting for them there. And that's the latest we have from Stoned Titan, who's one of the people look at that. And everything else is we're just waiting for the latest. We're just waiting for the latest. Again, this is the leaked uniform that we have so far. You can see that that's made the rounds. We also there's a picture of Cam Ward there. That looks good. The white, I think the white helmet, white top, blue pants is going to be the go-to. I think this is what they're going to do. Jacob Denise says, did the Titans get a wide receiver? Yeah, you got my Wan'Dale Robinson. You got my boy. We got Calvin Austin, but that's not really a replacement for Wan'Dale. I like Wan'Dale. That's a shame. Twin Sports 1 says, where can you find the new jerseys? Again, the leaks are on Twitter and on, if you go to boards.sportslogos.net, they have them up there. But right now, it's just these leaks that have come out. We don't have anything official yet from the Titans. You know, with the, You know, with all the weird, stupid Nike speak of like, well, this is used. We're using the strings. Obviously, represent the music of Nashville. All right, we get it. Stop trying to do that. Jeremy in the chat says, I didn't notice until now, but the back collar, they have an interlocking TN, could be a new logo. Where did you see that? You see that on it? I only see the front. Or is that on one of the other leaks? Because there was another leak that had the, what was it? It was the, like the Fanatics jersey version of it. I forget where that was. Let me go back here on this thread here on sports logos, because I think they might have something here. Obviously, everybody making fun of the... Oh, here we go. Here's the retail version. So there's the... And see, there's the 3 stars by the armpit that I was talking about. Bobby Buckley says, Two-Tone Blue Nation has a live stream going right now. Yeah, I don't want to steal somebody else's stream, though. Like, that would feel kind of shitty to somebody else's live stream, and then here I come jumping in on it. Not that this is monetized or anything, because we don't have that many subscribers yet, but... Oh, I see what you mean now. Yeah, with the TN on the back. Yeah. And it fits the font that they have now, so that's definitely going to be a tertiary mark. Stone Titan is streaming it right. Yeah. I don't want to steal anybody's stream. I'm not stealing anybody's stream. I don't want to do that shit. You know, I don't want to be, you know, I'll have my rules kind of like Steve Lookner does over there with Agenda Free. I'm not stealing anybody's stream. We'll take a look and see what's going on, but... Like, I don't want to steal anybody's, I don't want to steal anybody's thunder, as it was. Okay, yeah, see, he's got... So, again, they said this was started at 8:30, so obviously it's starting there. You can see that. I'm not going to go full screen. I'm not going to fully steal this guy. Go over... If you want to see a closer look, obviously, go over to Stone Titan's account. Follow his live stream. Do all that, please. Thank you. But yeah, I like them. BDM in the chat says, they look clean to me. I like them. I really do like them. I enjoy them. I think there's a couple of ways to you know, a couple of nitpicks here or there. I think there's a couple of things that you could look at and be like, oh, I maybe wouldn't have done that. Maybe the strings thing is kind of overplayed a little bit when it comes to Nashville and things like that. But outside of that, I don't really have a complaint. I think it's a solid uniform. I think it's a solid look. I do not mind it at all whatsoever. Super Merc in chat says they're playing music. We got time. Yeah, I said I went live at 8:30 because that's when they said they were going. They were starting this thing, and here we are. So we're still just chilling out here. Super Merc says cool uniforms. Now they just need fans and wins. I'll tell you what, that new stadium they got inside is going to look great. On the outside, it looks like a mall. I mean, I don't know what else to tell you, but the inside looks beautiful from the renderings there for the new Nissan Stadium there in Tennessee. They're going to get a Super Bowl soon. As well. But for anybody just joining us right now, my name is King. This is Stay Tuned Sports, and we're getting ready to see the official reveal. These are the leaks right here that you can see, but the official reveal of the Tennessee Titans uniforms. If you like any part of this broadcast, please hit that like button, hit that share button, let the world know that this channel exists. And of course, as always, if you haven't done so already, or this is your first time here, please hit the subscribe button and notification bell as we're on the road to 1,000 subscribers. They're also Jinx. You owe me a Coke there, Super Merc. Absolutely, Lloyd. Thank you so much for joining us, brother. ELS, I'm ready for some IFL football this weekend. Indoor football league starting as well. So we got lots of stuff going on. We got indoor football. We've got here, again, these are the merch version of the shirts, which was, I think this was the first thing that was leaked. And kind of gives you a look at the nameplate, and as you saw, the back, there's like a back tag on it that has the TN Tennessee initials there. And you can see the nameplate font Goes along with the new team font, which, again, little nitpicks. I would have liked to have seen them keep some sort of like the beveling there for the new Tennessee Titans word mark. I would have liked to have seen them, you know, maybe not do the guitar strings or the musical sheet music or anything like that. Like something, you know, that seems kind of hacky, you know. And yeah, Stone Titan's doing a live stream if you want to go check him out. Because and not only that, but it is the quality's not the best either on that particular live stream. So we'll see. Oh, why does everything keep on? Man, Twitter's got to fix this stuff. Waiting to see any more now. Titan Uni Tracker, they're doing a live stream. They still got music going. So Two Tone Blue Nation, they have it. It looks like Titan Uni Tracker and Two Tone Blue Nation, they both have it as well. Jacob Denise says, what's fake? Supermerc 13 says the Giants need an alternate. Do they get the city unis this year or whatever? I think we're next year or the year after. We're obviously, it's either one of the next 2 years. But this year is the AFC South and the NFC North that do the rivalry uniforms. And listen, the last time the Giants had an alternate uniform, I liked it. Everybody else made fun of it, but I liked those centenary uniforms. I did. I thought they were good. I liked them. So there are people doing live streams. You can go check them out there. Two Tone Blue Nation, he's out there doing one. As is Titan Uni Tracker. He's out there doing it as well. He's got 2,000 people viewing. Two Tone Blue Nation, he's got 576 people viewing. So you want to go check those out. Go over there. Again, I just have it on here. I don't want to steal anybody's thunder. I don't want to steal anybody's stream. That's not my deal. That's not what I'm doing. Oh, there's another one. A to Z Sports Nashville. There. Oh, that's a video. That's not a live stream. Okay. So now it's it. We're just waiting along. We're waiting to see what is coming up here. Titans Uni Tracker, they're doing it as well. Oh, do we have something new here? Did somebody pop on the screen? Looks like everybody else is either behind or, yeah, I don't know. Titan Uni Tracker looks like he's behind. 2027 for the Giants is, yeah, so that's when we're doing that. So we have next year, that's going to be the AFC West does it as well, and then the last year will be the AFC North and the NFC South. So still nothing. They're still just doing, oh, there's Busting with the Boys. All right, so they're still just doing that stuff. Just in case you're just joining us here, these are the leaks that have come out for the uniforms. This is what we believe they are going to look like. This all looks fairly official. This got leaked out from somebody somewhere. We've also seen the merchandise leak as well that matches these exactly. Matches the word mark, the new word mark there for the Titans. So that's brand new. And it seems like it is super Houston Oilers coded. The addition of the ubiquitous guitar strings for a team in Nashville, that's what they've done. Swayze in the chat says, what time do they come out? The event started at 8:30. We are now at 9:01, and they still haven't done anything yet. So that's officially they come out whenever the hell they release them, but we don't know. ELS, let me know. We got 189 people here in the chat. Thank you so much, everybody, for joining us here. I know I'm not doing exactly like everybody wants, a live stream. The Titans aren't live streaming it, which is a shame. If the Titans were live streaming it, I would have jumped on here with the Titans live stream. However, they decided not to live stream it. So if some of the people who are there in the audience are live streaming, I don't want to steal their live stream. Here they are on Twitter. You can see a little bit. I'm not going to have it as up. I'm not going to have it up big. I'm not going to try to do a big resolution for it. If you want to go watch it, please, you can go to their Twitter accounts and do it. Stone Titan, he's one who's doing it right now. There's a couple other ones as well who are doing it. Let me pull up over here. What do we got? Two-Tone Blue Nation, if you want to do that. Two-Tone Blue NAT1. They are doing the live stream as well, so if you want to see that, you can go over there and see it full screen in high definition. We're just showing it right here, right now. Richie says volume low. We don't have volume on. I don't want to have volume on. I don't want anything like that. We're not doing that. Again, I'm not trying to steal anybody's stream. If you want to go see, if you want to hear what's going on, if you want to see the more detailed version, go to these people's Twitter. I don't want to fuck with anybody's what anybody's doing. Like you see, Titans tracker there. He's got it. He's all the way up there at like 3,000 people watching. So add to him. Give him numbers. Don't do that. I'm just here to review. I'm just waiting to review the goddamn uniforms, which you kind of did already. As you can see, here they are. I mean, this is what's going to be revealed. We know this. Swazzy says, okay, going to work out. Thank you so much for joining us, Swazzy. Kamal Porter, he says, those uniforms look boring. You say boring, I say classic. I mean, that's just, and I guess that's going to be what people do. Brack says, what time do they reveal them? The event started at 8:30. They will reveal it whenever they feel like it, I suppose. Team 1, Machine 1 says, I don't know if they will beat the Lions or Jets' new uniforms, but I'm ready. Always like the Titans for not my Lions team. I got you. And I enjoyed the Jets kind of going back to that 80s, 90s Jets look. Did not mind that at all. The Lions, again, I think the Lions are one of those teams that they're so close to getting it right, and it's just, it's good, but then they keep on screwing it up. Like, they never wear the silver pants. That's the only pair of pants they have that look good. Because it's the only one with stripes. For some reason, on the white pants and on the blue pants, they don't have any stripes. And when they wear the blue pants, they look like fucking blueberries. They look terrible. I hate when they do the monochrome. It's terrible. D Stew in the chat, he says, I'll take the Oilers colors any day. I agree. I think it's a unique color set. It's one that we've been missing for the last almost 30 years now in the NFL. Even though the Titans did have Columbia blue as part of their uniform set, having a uniform set that looks like this looks better, looks great. And I think that's the Titans wanted to capitalize on that and also probably throw a big middle finger up to Houston, I suppose. I think they look nice. Baby blue and red is nice. Wish we did red or light blue face mask. I think that's been, again, of one of the little nitpicks I've had. I really like these uniforms. I approve of them. They are 1,000% a thumbs up from me. I think the guitar string things is a little overplayed. Probably didn't need to do that. And also, if they just would have done a red face mask, the Columbia blue face mask, or even, like I said, a gray face mask, I think it would have been a lot better. Yes, MJ2K04, they are live on Twitter. You can go to these people's stream and watch it. You can go watch it there. Go to Stone Titan. Watch Stone Titan on there. He's got his on live. Two-Tone Blue Nation, they are on live. You can watch them on live. Go to their accounts. Watch them. Titans Uni Tracker, they're live. You can go watch them as well. They are live. Go watch them. Titan Uni Tracker is at Titans Uni. He seems to have really close there. He's got to focus his camera. But he's right there. I don't want to steal these people's streams. I would feel bad. That's not something I want to do. I don't want to do that. Let's see. ELS in the chat says, King, let's hope the Falcons can do great with their new... That's the next big one. Now, here's the thing. There's other teams out there that we know that are getting new uniforms that haven't announced them yet. We know the Redskins are getting new uniforms, although I think they did announce those, which are basically the Redskins uniforms that they had. They just took Chief Two Guns off the side. It's going to be the W on there. And I think they said they're going to change the finish on the helmet, too. I don't think it's going to be that satin finish. It's going to go back to being a gloss helmet. So we know that's a change. And we also know the Rams are changing to the same template that they used for their Hollywood Knights alternate uniform they had this last year with the actual ram horn on the shoulder. So they're going to go to that template and still use that. So, but use that with the actual color, with just the blue and yellow colors. So we know those two teams are changing. Even, they haven't announced it yet, but we know those two teams are changing. We know that the obviously the Titans are changing. We know the Falcons are changing on April 2nd. And if we'll be on here, whether they live stream it or not, covering it kind of the same way we're covering the Titans here. So we're going to do that. The Ravens are reportedly supposed to be getting some sort of refresh on their uniforms. So we're going to see that. Yeah. Kamal Porter in the chat, he says, my Ravens are getting a slight tweak with their unis this year. ELS brought that up as well, that the Ravens are going to be getting a new look. So, yeah, they're definitely doing a refresh. They're going to get a new look here. So we're just waiting for Kyle Brandt to shut the fuck up, apparently, here and get to it so we can see the actual uniforms here. Now, we know what they are. I mean, again, I hate to keep on bringing this up. We know what they are. This is what they are. We're going to get a closer look. We're going to get the whole reasoning behind it and the stupid Nike speak behind it. It's like, we wanted to make sure we got touched to the musical roots of Nashville, and that's why we put guitar strings on the helmet and on the blah, blah, blah. And the T is a strong T showing the power that is. All right, shut the fuck up. We get it. So they're all going to say it. It's just the easiest way to say it is we really like the way the throwback Oilers uniforms look with us, so we're going to try to basically mimic that, but just have it these. I don't know why they had they could have just gone with the regular Oilers stripes that they had on the helmets. Like, I don't understand why teams do that kind of wide middle stripe and now in the super thin little stripes there. Like, you could have just gone with the way the Oilers had the 3 stripes on the middle. I liked that. I thought that was a better helmet. Kamal Porter says, will you miss the flaming T? I don't, I don't know. I don't know if I'm going to miss the flaming T. I don't think so. Like, a lot of people, made fun of it. It was the flaming thumbtack forever. You know what I mean? So I don't think that was anything. 3F Sports Talk Live in the chat. He says, have they revealed the uniforms yet? Not officially. Not officially as of yet. Like I said, we've had the leaks. Keep on popping this up here. I'll keep on showing that one just to let everybody know. We know what they look like. We know what they are. We just haven't seen the official breakdown yet, but this is what they are. And again, we can have our nitpicks, as we said. I'm not a big fan of the guitar strings on the striping. Not a big fan of just having the white face mask. I would have rathered either the red, Columbia blue, or a gray face mask. I think that would have been great. But that's what we got. Buck in the chat says, it should have just been the Oilers stripes. They are stupid with the way those stripes and the guitar. Again, like I said, the nitpicking with the guitar string, I can't disagree with it. I don't like it. If there was one big thing about it I didn't like, I would say it's that. The face mask is a secondary part. They should have definitely gone more with the red face mask. And maybe that'll be a last-minute change. Why are we talking to Sheamus? Who cares if WWE Superstar Sheamus is there? What are we doing? Hey, fella. The big Titans fan in Ireland? I don't know. Kamal Porter says, in the future, if they make an alternate, what color do you think? It'll probably end up being navy because they still have the very small trace amounts of navy there. So I think they'll do navy. Clearly. If they do the alternate. But at this point, here's the other thing too. Why? I think this gets rid of the Oilers throwback, because what's the point of having the Oilers throwback when you basically have the Oilers uniform here? So I think this is going to kill the Oilers throwback. As we still see them doing some accoutrement there. It's going to be a full hour before we even get to the actual thing. Conan West in the chat has hashtag save the flame. First of all, don't spam the chat, Conan. Thank you very much. But also, again, I think there was ways that they could have maybe reincorporated the flame into a new logo, but I feel like the flaming thumbtack had its day, and it should have moved on. Erica Martin in the chat says the leaks, in my opinion, were mostly good. I agree. As we said, we've looked at them here. Here's the main one here that we've seen that we keep on going back to here, where you get a real good look at how they're going to look. And here's the merchandise leaks. We can get a little closer look here. We jump over here, jump onto Twitter, and you can see a little better look there at the new word mark. Better look at, I like that they went back to the athletic numbers. That's the way it should be. Some of these teams get real freaking wonky with the numbers, and Tennessee did that. Tennessee's last uniform set was horrendous with the numbers. They were so thin. They were weirdly over-designed. It was just bad. It was just not great. Pitbull says alternate jerseys? Perhaps. I'll say this: if they did like a silver helmet, kind of like how the Oilers back in the day had a silver helmet. If they did like silver helmet and like some kind of mix of navy, Columbia blue on the uniform set, I think that could be a pretty decent alternate uniform. Absolutely. You see the nameplate font matches more of the new font that the Titans have for their word mark. You see the TN logo up on the collar there. Seems to be a new tertiary mark for them. You'll probably see that around on cups or whatever they'll have there at the stadium. So yeah, I mean it's there. Like we know what they got. Like this is what I mean. Is like this is just waiting for the official of it, but like we know what these look like. AKG Fearless says I think our alternate jerseys should be something that can piss off the Texans a lot more. I don't know how much more you're going to piss them off than basically wearing the dead skin of their former team. This is basically you're wearing the Oilers uniforms. That's all this. That's why. Let's be honest with each other. That's exactly what this is. These are Houston Oilers uniforms, just slapped with Tennessee and Titans on the chest, and with the guitar strings and the T on the helmet. That's it. That's the only difference. Patrick Keeley in the chat says, I agree with the athletic numbers. Brings back memories. I like these uniforms. They look like classic football uniforms. They look like great uniforms. You're going to see this team on the field and be like, that looks like a football team. It doesn't look goofy, which the Titans' last set for the last 5 years, was it 5 or 6 years? Because the NFL has a rule you can't change your uniform more than once every 5 years. So you got 5, it's been 5 years. And they looked bad for 5 years. And I'm glad they decided to change it. I didn't like that they went with the Navy helmets to begin with. I didn't like I said, the goofy numbers. I didn't like a lot of the monochrome that they were doing. Like, I didn't really like their uniforms over his last 5 years. So having a uniform set that looks like a football uniform looks great. The thing that I feel a little bit, said about, like, it feels like if they just would have worn, like, the original Titan set, maybe you could have refreshed it, maybe changed the striping on the helmet a little bit to not be as 90s-esque and look like the Ravens. Maybe do a more complete striping set, and maybe just change the numbers a little bit. I think that could have worked as maybe kind of a going back to it, but just a slight refresh. Having the uniforms that they had, and now this is obviously a cleaner break from that, going even further past just the first Titan uniforms, and they're going all the way back to Houston for these. I think it's fine. Kamala Porter in the chat says, because the Texans have the H-Town alternates, I don't think the fans care what color the Titans were anymore. That's not true. Kamala, I got to tell you something. As somebody who knows people down in Houston, I know a few Texans fans and just Houston football fans, they care. They are still very much love your blue, even though it's been almost 30 years. It's been 30 years now, I think, since they moved. I believe this is going to be the 30th season since they moved to Tennessee. This is it's been passed down to generations. Like it's still the Columbia blue, that color blue is still very much a big part of Houston identity. So don't think for a second that Texans fans don't give a shit. That this team is, first of all, wore their throwbacks that were the Oilers throwbacks and are now have new uniforms that are basically the Oilers throwbacks. That's going to rub Texans fans the wrong way. Trust me. Diesel Rob says, is that the New Jersey? Yes. This is the leak that's happened. And so far, everything that we have seen has matched up with it. This is going to be the Tennessee look. This is the uniforms, as you can see them. Unless they do an okey doke last minute and maybe put some red face masks on these, which would be advantageous in my mind. Because right now, from the front, they kind of look like the Dolphins. But at least on the helmets anyway. I think a move to the red face mask would be it. But outside of that, yes, these are the uniforms. Numbers are the athletic block numbers. You have the Titans have a new word mark there, as you can see on the chest. The Tennessee and the Titans there. So those are the new word marks. New color scheme. Not really new, but just, the Columbia blue is now more emphasized. And there they go. They're finally doing the unveiling here. And you can go check this all out on Twitter on Titans Uni. That's at Titans Uni. Go check it out if you want to do that full screen and see all that. Diesel Rob says, not going to lie, I hate it. And that's fair enough. Like I said, with anything, when it comes to fashion or uniform or logo or anything that's art, music, anything like that is always going to be subjective. It's always up to everybody's interpretation. I like it. Outside of the one or two nitpicks, I really do like it. I think it's a solid football uniform. I've seen some people say they don't like it. They feel it's boring. They want some more of the overproduced and over-designed kind of nonsense like the Titans had previously, which was bad in my mind. I see the Titans' last set that they had, I feel is bad. I feel that was a bad, ugly football uniform. Isham Papunde, he says, I hope the Falcons release doesn't go like this. Well, we'll see. If the Falcons release, actually do a full live stream, that would be cool. And there we go. They showed the picture of it. And here you go. You got the Titans players walking out. And wearing the exact uniforms that we've seen. So that's it. That is the uniforms. Boy, that live stream is struggling, huh? They are struggling. And you see the stripes on the side. All right. On the pants, that's what we were looking at there. You got the Tennessee, you got the T on the helmet, which we all kind of saw, and it's the white face mask. That's unfortunate. I would have liked to see maybe a little thicker red stripe there. I don't like the pencil thin red stripe. Again, this looks they look kind of like I don't like the striping pattern because the helmet stripe and the pant stripe look like the Dolphins. It really does look like the Dolphins. Bless you, Pepper Jack. My wife, Pepper Jack, is over there. She just had a sneeze. You gotta give her God bless you. Jets Turbine says, you always get the new uniforms with Bobby Saleh. Playing football is another story with him. Was he there for the... Yeah, he was, wasn't he? For that first year when they switched over, yeah. I know I imagine once they just released it, they did that. We kind of saw the video there, and we've seen the uniforms. We know what the uniforms are. Kamal Porter says, Titans Colts is going to look interesting. Well, I mean, it's going to be fine. Because the Colts have a lot darker blue, and I imagine no matter where they play, if the Colts wear the blue tops, the Titans will have the white tops and the blue pants. And if the Colts have the white tops, the Titans will have the blue tops. So, DSW says, Milk Toast Uni Design. Love the logo. Hate the unis. All right. I disagree with that. Again, I like a good, solid football. And again, these look like solid uniforms. I do enjoy them. And I think we're going to have to wait until we see them on the field, too, as well. outside of event, outside of this, we'll have to see how they actually look in gameplay on the field before we get a full representation. But for now, I got to say I like it. Outside of the couple of nitpicks, like I said, I would change the face mask to red. I would get rid of the stupid guitar strings. Outside of that, I think these are very solid, very good uniforms. But that's what we have. Diesel Rob says, I was really hoping they were going to get a black and baby blue alternate jersey. And we don't know yet if that's something that is going to happen. We don't know yet if that's something that's going to happen because they do have the Rivalry uniforms coming up this year. So they'll get something. But I think it's also a rule with the NFL is in the first year of your uniform, you can't have an alternate unless it's like a league-wide thing, which is what the Rivalry uniform is. So Kirk Van Patten says, finally, Nike didn't screw stuff. I'm very surprised that these aren't Nike-fied, outside of the guitar strings, again. But I do enjoy that this is what they've gone with. And it's solid. ELS told me to check. I know ELS. I know. Let me check. Let me see. Let me go real quick. Let me see if I can find it. ELS has got the go to site. Yeah, all right. So we've got that. I see that. All right, ELS. I feel you. I got you. All right. So let's take a look here. Let me bring this over here. So we see those uniforms. Those are indeed the uniforms that they have. Let's take a look at. We've got some of the new marks here. So here's the new logo, new code, new marks. You can see they've got the striping pattern there with the guitar string on the top. The 3 stars. Kurt Van Patten says guitar string. Yeah, here's the thing, Kurt, and this is what Kurt says in the chat. Kurt says guitar strings make sense for the Titans given that they play in Nashville. The problem is that's become, to me anyway, this is going to be my interpretation, and this is how I feel about it. Obviously, if you feel about it differently than me, that's fine. As I said, some people like the uniform, some people hate it. I like it. You like it. Some other people hate it. I get that. And we're all different. My feeling about the whole guitar strings or musical staff, whatever, it's kind of already been done for Nashville and for a lot of things. Obviously, the Nashville Predators have already done this pretty well. It's been used for like event logos. I know they used it for I think one of the women's Final Fours kind of had it again with the guitar pick and the guitar strings and all that. Like it's kind of like a one-trick pony kind of situation. It's like when anybody tries to make something up for New York, it's always the Empire State. It's either Empire State Building or Statue of Liberty, and it's like, all right, we get it. First of all, Statue of Liberty is in New Jersey, so eat shit. Second of all, it's always like, oh, we'll just use those. Oh, it's New York. Oh, it's just that. New York, just use that. It's like Nashville seems to be, there's more, I think, to Nashville and more to the name Titans than just, I mean, I don't mind the homage, but just, I think I'll go with what somebody else in the chat here said is like, you could have done something more with the Titans. Instead, you just became the Tennesseans. And on that nitpick, I can agree. I see where they're coming from, and I see that. Kelly Kraft in the chat says, I like the two-tone blue that they had. The Titan blue, the Columbia blue that they had, and the navy blue so much better. It was unique to them. And again, I think they hit that perfect balance with their first Titan uniform that they had from 99 to, what was that, just 5 years ago or so. I think that was better. Billy Mann in the chat says, the white face mask is just bland. Really needed a red face mask. I agree. I think I think if there's been something in the chat that we've all agreed on, it's that it needed to be, the face mask needed to either be red, Columbia blue, or gray. It should have been some kind of contrast in color. It shouldn't have been white. And I think, well, again, the sleeves, I think it's the guitar strings and or music staff. It's kind of the thing. Here you see more the tertiary marks. They have a secondary word mark that's a script word mark. They have that secondary or tertiary mark with the TN inside of a football with 3 stars. You'll see that around stuff. That's probably going to be on some merch and stuff. That's not bad. I like it. It's a, decent addition to the brand. Oh, what is this? I don't want... No. Come on. We go in. Let me go back. Let's see if we can do that. Okay, Jesus Christ. I don't know why I'm having such a problem. I will never look at the merch drop they dropped on Fanatics because Fanatics sucks. I know they got a lot of stuff on there probably, but I have to make a statement. Fuck Fanatics. Old Chandrillion in the chat says, I hated the older uniforms. Glad we're done with them. I agree. That's, no matter what you feel about these particular uniforms, they are light years better than what the Titans had over the last 5 years. Light years better. Not even close. You can't touch it. The last iteration of the Titans uniforms were they were up there with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers alarm clock uniforms. They were that bad. So the fact that we can come up with nitpicks about this uniform, it should have been a little bit more red, maybe have a red face mask, thicker red striping, don't have the guitar strings, whatever. We could have come up with 10 or 20 different ways to think about this. This is an upgrade for the Titans. 100%, without a question, this is an upgrade for the Titans. Even if you don't think you like these right now, even if you think, oh, this is a little bland, these look too traditional, they're all this kind of stuff, whatever you think it is, it's still light years better than what they had. So it is an absolute improvement for the Titans with the uniforms, with the logo, with branding, everything is better. So on that, you have to say they've succeeded. Oh, there we go. We got the font. All the different fonts that they will be using. I'm going to have to pick that up because I got to make new graphics for when I do the live streaming of the games to make sure I have it. And you see the Columbia blue, Titans blue is obviously the big main color, white as well. Navy is, as you can see, you can kind of tell where they feel about the colors by how much space they gave them there. Jesus Flores in the chat, or Jesus Flores, sorry, I'm a white guy. What do you want? He says, yeah, these are the best uniforms in franchise history. I don't know if I'm going to go that far. Again, because I did like the original set that the Titans had. I really, really did. These are good, though. Again, they are basically the Houston Oilers, but I like the Houston Oilers uniform, so that's great. Kurt Van Patten says, major upgrade. Do you think the Love You Blue uniforms makes a return? I don't know. Like I said, what's the point of wearing Oilers throwbacks when you're basically wearing Oilers throwbacks? So I don't know if they're going to have the throwbacks now. Billy Mann says, so the merch that they have on Fanatics, I threw up. Saving the money right now, not purchasing. I wonder if it's that bad. I really wonder if it's that bad. Let's see. Do we have any other? Oh, that's it. That was going to be it. So there you go. Yeah, I like it. I enjoy it. I think these are good. Why am I... All right, so I'm done with that. Let's get out of that. So there we go. That is the release is there. Let's see if we can... Chris Creamer, he's finally got his here's the actual uniform reveal. I'm not going to put anything on here in case they have music on. Because I just don't want to get my video taken down is all. Come on, Porsche says all that. Here's the thing. At home, they have to wear white with the blue pants. That's got to be the main set. I don't like if they want to do like an icy white every now and then, fine, whatever. But I think the main look should be, and they should not deviate this at all, should be white top, blue pants, blue top, white pants. Never, you can do white on white occasionally if you feel like it. Never do blue on top of blue. Do not do blue tops with blue pants. You do that, you're going to look silly. And in my mind, you're going to look retarded. Don't do it. A lot of teams, like I said, the Lions do that now, and it's bad. And they don't even have the ability to really change it because they don't have a stripe on the blue pants. I think if the Lions just put their striping pattern on the blue pants and on the white pants, it would look a lot better. They don't. They look like blueberries when they play. They look like they're wearing blue unitards, and they look like tards. It's terrible. They never wear their silver pants, which is the best look they have. Old Chandrillion, sorry, in the chat says the big change is the Columbia blue is the big primary color now. Dark blue no longer a part of the look. Yeah, no, the blue, the navy blue has been relegated to a really fourth color behind the Columbia blue, the white, and even the red. You know, it's very much. The thing that bothers me, the only thing that bothers me is the way that they set up the striping pattern looks like the Dolphins' helmet. And the white face mask, too. That face mask needed to be red, and maybe that's something they'll change before the season starts. And they can. Teams have done that before, where they've changed a face mask color before the season started. They can do that. So I'm hoping somebody there sees some of the feedback and is like, you know what? Yeah, let's do it like you. Let's put the red face mask on there. I'm hoping, because the white is not working. Kamal Porter says, you know they're going to bust out the all blue. I know they are. I'm hoping against hope that they don't. But I know they're going to. But I'm still hoping against hope that they don't. This comes from team president Burke Nihil. He says, we wanted to come up with something that that took the best parts of all. Let's see. I think I missed some stuff here. Yeah, 1 year after the Hall of Fame quarterback Warren Moon revealed the changes were coming and in the works, just hours after they were leaked, Tennessee Titans officially unveiled their new logo and uniform during an event for season ticket holders, which we just saw. We wanted to come up with something that took the best parts of all of that and bring it together in a way that makes sense. I feel like we're building on the legacy of what got us here, and we're doing it in a way that is going to set the course of this organization for decades to come in a pretty special way. This marks the first time the Titans have changed their logo since they adopted the current nickname in 1999, as well as the first uniform redesign since the 2018 season. So it's been more than 5 years. So they've had this uniform for a while, unfortunately. When they switched to the navy blue helmets, which I never liked to begin with. Today's announcement not only reverses that decision, but it leans heavily into the franchise's time as the Oilers. No shit, Chris. Which spanned 37 seasons in Houston and the first 2 years in Tennessee. I think that the Titans blue is really bold color, a real powerful color, says Vice President of Brand Marketing Aaron Swartz. 7 other teams in the NFL have navy, but this color is much more unique to us, so that's a way for the fans to uniquely show their support and really fill stadiums home and away with that Titans blue to support their team. We wanted to give them that tool, kind of stand out. New logo, which was leaked in February, is a simplified version of their previous design, which leaned heavily into Greek mythology with light blue and red and navy flames, the old flaming thumbtack, as it used to be called. While it retains the circular shape and the 3 stars, the new logo has removed the flames and no longer features beveling or sharp sword-like protrusions on the T, with the franchise now placing more emphasis on state-specific details rather than the nickname or any associated Greek imagery. Which, again, I think you still could have done slight beveling and still had it kind of work. But, yeah, there we go. So we've seen what the Titans uniforms look like. We've gotten a whole rundown there. And that's it. That's it, ladies and gentlemen. The Tennessee Titans new uniforms. Again, overall, I say I like it. 226 Jimbo, not our Jimbo here, but another Jimbo. He says, looks like the Dolphins. That was the helmet when you look at the helmet straight on, it looks like the Dolphins. They need that red face mask. Need a red face mask. ELS, he says he rates it a solid 7.8 out of 10. Likes it, but it needs the red face mask. Agreed. That seems to be, of everything we've talked about, of little nitpicks here and there, little things we'd like to change, little things like that. The overall sense that I've got from people is there's a significant portion of people who think it's bad or boring. I would say more people think it's boring than bad. But I think most people say they like it. The guitar strings are a little weird, or maybe not, or a little too stereotypical. Maybe not would have done that. And the red face mask. It needs the red face mask so very badly. Old Chandrillian says, do you think Robert Saleh will succeed with the Titans? I like his intensity. Having watched him here in the New York area, I'm a Giants fan, but I obviously, the Giants and Jets share a media outlet here, so we see a lot of both of them. I'm hoping he learned from his time, because when he was a head coach here, he didn't have much control of the locker room. He wants to be a player's coach, and I understand that. And he's an excellent defensive coordinator, maybe one of the best defensive coordinators in the last 20 years in the NFL. Not a question, not arguable. But as a head coach, I think he needs a little bit more firm hand as being the head coach. And he didn't have that here in New York. He lost control of the locker room here in New York. Diana Rossini had some stories about it. If you go read up on some of the things that were happening in that New York Jets locker room when he was coach here, and things that he kind of let happen, and some things he encouraged, which was not a great look for him. So again, I hope he's learned from those mistakes. I certainly hope that he does better. I'm never going to root against somebody. I don't want to root anybody to be bad. I certainly hope he does well. And same for Brian Daboll. Again, I hated him as the Giants head coach. I wanted him fired for the last couple years, and I don't think he was a very good head coach. That being said, I think he can be a very good offensive coordinator, and we'll see how he does in Tennessee, and I'm going to root for him. I want him to do well. Absolutely do. The volunteer Piper in the chat says Tennessee Dolphins. I'm starting to see a lot of that as well. That was kind of my first look as well. With the way the striping looks, it's the Dolphins pattern. They just put the strings on it. It's just, you could have done better. Thicker red stripes, done something like that. I think it would have been better. Still better than the previous. That's been my whole point. Absolutely here, Volunteer Piper. 100%. No matter how you feel about these uniforms, you have to admit they are a light years big improvement. They are so much better than what they had. So much better. AKG Fearless in the chat says, I think the color contrast is bad. Too bland. I've seen some people like that, but again, as somebody has, and to date myself, I mean, I think the baldness dates me, and the gray hairs. But having grown up with the Houston Oilers and that uniform that they had and everything like that, and just how beautiful that was. Like, there's nothing wrong with the white and Columbia blue uniform. Like, it's good if executed correctly. And these are executed well. I think there's a couple things you can fix. I think there's a couple things we can nitpick over. Nothing we can do now. The only thing that you can really change is the face mask. Like, as far as like the string pattern and other things like that, we can't do anything that for 5 years. The NFL has a 5-year period where you can't make any logo or uniform changes. But what you can do, anything that's not merch, so you can change the helmet, you can change the face mask, and you can change pants. And you can do that without having to have prior approval from the NFL. So my hope is, honestly, before the season starts, that they say, you know what, let's get red face masks. Because I think that's the key. If they get red face masks, that elevates this look even more, in my mind. You nerdy in the chat says, lazy, no red or navy alt, and no red face mask. You can't, they don't, when you first change your uniform in the NFL, that first year you have it, you can't do an alternate. So there's no alternate uniforms in your first year of having new uniforms. That is an NFL rule. Now, this year is going to be different because they are going to be part of that Rivalry uniform series. So, but that's a league-wide kind of thing. So they're mandated to have that, so Nike will give them that, and they'll have all that. But that's, in the NFL, there's a 5-year limit to how often you can change your uniforms, and in the first year, you don't have any alternates. So we'll see what they do in the future when it comes to any kind of alternate uniforms there, you nerdy. But we'll see. Jake Skew in the chat says, I finally have a logo to be proud of and wear outside. Hats and merch will be awesome. Again, the Flaming Thumbtack has gotten plenty of derision over the years. Same as the Flying Elvis with the Patriots. Same as the Cyber Horse with the Broncos, which is another one I'm not a particularly fan of, is the Broncos logo, but that's been around now for 30 goddamn years, so that doesn't appear like it's going anywhere. But you want to talk about a team that needs to go to their throwback uniform full time. That's the Denver Broncos, but considering that they just changed their uniforms, we're going to have to wait another at least 4 years until that happens. White over blue combo is sick. Absolutely, Volunteer Piper. I agree with that. Like I said, I think their main look is going to have to be white jerseys, blue pants, blue jersey, white pants. Occasionally, if you're feeling froggy, do the white on white. But God help me if they ever do the blue on blue. God help me if they ever do the blue on blue. I might start a riot. I might actually start a physical. It'll be a small riot. It'll just be me throwing a garbage can out in the middle of my own street here and then having to go out and pick it up. But I'll riot. Because I just don't do it, Tennessee. Just don't do it. Old Chandrillion in the chat says Texans fans going to hate this. Yeah, no, they're not going to be happy about this. They're not going to be happy about this. Nerdy says, when do they start that? Well, last year, if you remember, the rivalry jerseys they had was the AFC East and the NFC West. And there were a couple of bad ones, but there were a couple of good ones. The Jets one was bad. The Patriots one was okay. I loved the Cardinals one last year. The Cardinals, the Sandbird one they had there was great. Brandon 1 says, blue on blue would be sick. Don't you dare. No, it wouldn't. No, it wouldn't, Brandon. How dare you? How dare you speak such evil? It wouldn't look good with any socks. Although they should have red socks. Red socks should be an absolute requirement for this. Adam says, I like the blue jerseys. Yeah, I like them. I really do like them. Christian Perez, he says the sword logo was the way to go, not this minimalist bland. It's a boy gender reveal style logo. Steelers jersey was ass. Steelers jersey was ass. I don't know about that. I don't think the Steelers jersey was ass. Talking about the alt next year. The next year they'll be able to do an alt. So, but as far as Christian, I don't disagree with you, Christian, at all on that. Especially because I think the sword kind of had, it had the same silhouette, if you will, as the oil derrick. So I think if you maybe just simplified the sword look, you could have done that and still even pulled off an even more Houston Oilers-esque look if that was what you were looking for here. So I think that's something that they could have done, maybe even should have done, and that they didn't. Seems like a missed opportunity. But apparently they wanted to break away from any and all Greek-inspired theme or actual Titan theme. I wanted to just go full Houston Oilers, just slap Tennessee on it. So, I mean, that is what it is. But I don't disagree with you, Christian. I think a version of that sword as the helmet logo would have been really nice. I think that would have been really good. Jake Skew in the chat says the top of the T in the new logo still looks like the hilt of a sword, does it not? No, if you notice, they kind of blunted they took off any beveling, which gave like the blade look, and they took all the points off it. They dulled it, if you will. So now it's just kind of more like a reinterpreted block T. It's it's slightly modified from what they had, but they took the daggerness away from it. Old Chandrillion says Titans got the bald coach. Everyone online saying the Titans got the bald coaching staff, and now they have the bald logo. They took Hades' hair away from the logo. How dare they? There's a Disney Hercules reference for you, everybody. So yeah, overall, I gotta say, I think overall it's a win. I think a couple of things that could have changed. I think it would have been better. I'm going to go. I kind of agree with the ELS who was in the chat earlier. I agree. It's a 7. I think it's 7. I'll go to 7.5. 7.5. I'll do 7.5 out of 10. I think it's a massive improvement over what they had. I think it's immediately one of the more solid looks in the NFL. I think if they did a couple little changes, obviously, I think the only one they can do now that would absolutely improve this uniform and move it up to probably an 8 for me would be red face mask. You do red face mask, we're set. We're ready to go. I think that's what we need to look at. I think that's what we, but as it stands, solid uniform. I think it's easily one of the more solid ones in the league right now. It's the first. Here's the thing. This is the first kind of real uniform reveal. The Jets last year was another one, but a football uniform reveal that looked like a football uniform. It wasn't trying to be too cutesy. It wasn't trying to put in all these other little things and this swoosh here is for this and this right there is for that. Like we've been mocking the guitar string thing, but that's really the only thing there, and even that is forgivable. I feel like. Your nerdy in the chat says, dude, if they did gray or silver pants, I think that might be a great alternate look for them. If we're talking about alternate uniforms, if they wanted to go even further back into the Oilers book, and if they did like a silver helmet with that logo and then do the silver helmet, blue top, silver pants, woo, that'd look sweet. That would look sweet. I'd like that. I would be down for that. I would 100% be down for that. Kamal Porter rates it at a 7.4. Yeah, like I said, I don't think you can get rid of that. Oh, the Texans mascot is already starting beef with the Titans. Again, we knew this kind of almost felt like a giant middle finger to the Texans, to Houston, as it were. God, it just needs a red face mask. It just needs a red face mask. It really does. Adam Weber says the sword with the oil derrick inside of the blade was the best concept logo I saw. That was okay. Again, to me, that struck a little weird because then it just looked like the sword was wrapped in something. And I was like, like I get the idea. Like I get the idea, and it was unique, but I think if you're Tennessee, you wanted to kind of go back to this Oilers look because the throwback was clearly popular. Everybody loved it, not just Titans fans, but except for Houston, obviously. But everybody across the nation, except for Houston fans, loved the Oilers throwbacks. So they wanted to do that, but not have it blatantly throw the oil derrick on you, which is a shame because it is one of the better logos that the NFL ever had. God, what a helmet that was. So they wanted to do it, but also not do it. So I understand that. But that's where I think the sword, in and of itself, kind of mimicking the shape, the silhouette, if you will, of the oil derrick, would have been a better way to go about it. Because then you could have still been Titans. You could have still had that slight connection to being the Athens of the South and all that other shit. You could have still had your guitar strings and other things like that. And having that on the side of the helmet still would have mimicked the look of the oil derrick without being the oil derrick. And so I think you could have gotten, as Hannah Montana would say, the best of both worlds. You could have had it all. And it seems like that wasn't do it. Kevin Thompson says, need the red face mask. Yep, 1,000%. Red stars on it too. For the logo inside, the red on the Columbia blue might be hard to distinguish. So I see why they didn't do that, unless they were going to put a very thin white key line around it. I don't know if that would have been the way to go about it. Again, I don't mind the simplified logo. I don't mind any of that. I honestly do think, again, we're just going around in circles now. I'm going to end this soon. But again, I think the biggest thing is red face masks elevate this to at least an 8. to an 8.3, 8.4 in my mind. Right now, as it stands, 7.5. Massive improvement over the uniform they had. Blows it out of the water and instantly becomes one of the more solid football uniform looks and solid brandings out there in the NFL right now. I don't think that's a question. We can nitpick at it and we can say different things we would like to do, but I think it's automatically a solid football look coming out of Tennessee. And now, all we got to look for is maybe by training camp, we'll see red face mask. If we here's the thing, and here's the homework I'm going to say for everybody in here who's watching us now. And by the way, for watching us, thank you so very much for watching along with us here on the Tennessee Titans uniform reveal on Stay Tuned Sports. My name is King. Homework for everybody, me included. Go on to Twitter and let's bully the shit out of the Titans to get a red face mask on these. That's our goal. If we can get them to change the face mask to red before training camp, I'll take that as a victory, and we'll all take credit. It'll all be us. It'll be everybody here from who was on this particular Stay Tuned Sports live stream. It'll be a job well done. So that's what we need to do. Crafty says, Moga, make the Oilers great again. Great to see you, Crafty. Thank you so much, brother, for joining in here. Crafty is one of our OGs, obviously ELS as well. Lloyd, we have a lot of OGs in here. Thank you guys so very much. A lot of new guys in here. Thank you so much for joining us as well. But there we go, ladies and gentlemen. The Tennessee Titans, brand new uniforms, looking good, looking sharp, and I certainly hope you guys enjoyed watching along here as we got to take a little peek. Now tomorrow, me and Jimbo, my partner here on this channel, we're going to be here with you live 6 p.m. Eastern Time for Stay Tuned Sports Open Bar. We're just going to sit here and bullshit all day for a couple hours at least. Anyway, we'll talk about this. We'll talk about, obviously, all the free agency stuff. Obviously, the Max Crosby stuff we'll be talking about. And anything else that kind of tickles our fancy. Maybe not even sports. Maybe we'll talk about Sydney Sweeney's new lingerie line. Maybe. We'll see. I'll put some pictures up of that. That'll be fine. I think that'll be good. Jake Skew in the chat says, rank the AFC South uniforms and logos. Damn. If the Jaguars went back to their original uniforms that they wore this year too on occasion, they went back to those, they would immediately be number one. As it stands right now, I would have to say Colts 1. Crafty says we could also try bullying the Titans into being a decent team. Who do we got? We got the Colts. We got the Jaguars. We got the Titans. And the Texans. And I got to tell you, when the Texans redid their uniforms, I didn't like it. I still don't like it. I think they had a great look, and I think they fucked it up. So I'm going to say, I'll say I think it's Colts. I think it's Colts. And I'll say right now, and might be a little recency bias, but I'll say this new Titans uniform I think is number 2 in the division. And then I'll go Jaguars, and then I go Texans. If that's how I'm gonna rank it there, Jake Skew, I think that's how I'm gonna rank it. I'll go Colts, Titans, Jaguars, and then Texans. And here's the thing. Again, I think if the Jaguars, and I don't like the way they remodernized the Jaguar head. I kind of like the old, 90s kind of logo-ish more, instead of looking like an illustration, looks more like a logo. I think that was better. But even if they kept the logo they had now and just went to a modernized version of their original uniforms in Jacksonville, I think that's an instant number 1 in the division. I don't think it's a question. But as it stands right now, it kind of looks like they wear practice uniforms. They have no stripes on the pants. I'm a big hater of no stripes on pants. Give me stripes. I need stripes. Look at you, Detroit. You only have them on the silver pants, and you never wear the silver pants. So that's what I'll go with. I'll go, for the South, I go Colts, Titans, Jaguars, and Texans. That's going to be my ranking. Yeah, it's been a good night, Crafty. It's been a real good night, man. And it's been fun. And we're going to do this all again on April 2nd for the Falcons uniform reveal. My God, can I talk? I have no idea. But anyway, yes. So tomorrow, 6 p.m. Eastern time, me and Jimbo are going to be here for the first edition of the Open Bar, where we're just going to sit here and bullshit about everything. And you can join us for that. Have some fun with us in here. We'll obviously talk about this and other stuff as well. And then obviously join us on April 2nd. And just make sure that you like, you share, hit that subscribe button and that notification bell so that whenever we do go live or something else drops, you'll know, and you'll be right here for it. But for now, I think it's time for me to get out of here. But before we go, a couple more comments here. Adam Weber says, 100% agree, the helmet definitely needs a red face. That is 100% been the theme of the night. Uniforms are great. Some people think they're bland. Some people might think they're boring. Most people I've seen like them. Almost everybody says they're better than the last ones they had. But the near unanimous consent and thought process from everybody that I've seen here and in the comments, got to get that red face mask. We got to get that red face mask. So, until tomorrow, 6 p.m. for the Open Bar, my name is King. This has been Stay Tuned Sports. Ladies and gentlemen, have a great rest of your Thursday evening. Adios.